Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with Us Weekly's Bachelor Trivia, a weekly trivia game to test Bachelor Nation's knowledge. We want to shout out last week's viewer, Lynn Skaggs, who got just one question wrong, so great job to Lynn. Please keep commenting and tell us how you guys did each and every week because we want to know. Now before we get started, we want to remind you how the game works. We will give you 10 questions and 10 seconds to lock in your response. So get those roses ready. Here is your first question. Who accused Brittany of being an escort on the latest episode of The Bachelor? Was it A, Queen Victoria, B, Anna, C, Katie, or D, Serena P? Who accused Brittany of being an escort on the latest episode of The Bachelor? Well, the correct answer is B. Now, during the episode, she said that she heard rumors that Brittany was an escort who was entertaining men for money. Now, since both women are from Chicago, Anna said that she'd been warned about Brittany and her friendships with wealthy men. Brittany, of course, denied the accusations. All right, moving on to question number 2. Which Bachelor Nation couple recently celebrated 5 years of marriage? Was it A, Catherine and Sean Lowe, B, Ari and Lauren Lyondike, C, Jade Roper and Tanner Tolbert, or D, Desiree Hartsock and Chris Siegfried? Which Bachelor Nation couple recently celebrated 5 years of marriage? Well, that of course is C, Jade and Tanner. The couple met and got engaged on Bachelor in Paradise and tied the knot on January 24th, 2016. Next up, who is former Bachelorette Hannah Brown dating? Is it A, Adam Woolard, B, Tyler Cameron, C, Peter Weber, or D, Colton Underwood? Who is former Bachelorette Hannah Brown dating? Well, if you guessed A, Adam Woolard, then you are correct. Hannah was recently spotted out with the model hand in hand in Los Angeles. Good for Hannah. All right, next question. Which contestant during Ellie Fedotowsky's season of The Bachelorette got called out for having a girlfriend back home? Was it A, Chris Lanton, B, Frank Newshafer, C, Roberto Martinez, or D, Justin Rago? Which contestant during Ali Fedotowsky's season of The Bachelorette got called out for having a girlfriend back home? Of course, this goes to D, Justin R-rated Rigo. He was famously called out for having a girlfriend and had one of the most dramatic exits in Bachelorette history. All right, moving right along, who received Rachel Lindsay's first impression rose? Was it A, Brian Abasolo, B, Peter Krause, C, Eric Bigger, or D, Dean Unglert? Who received Rachel Lindsay's first impression rose? Of course, the answer is A, Brian Abasolo. The two went on to get engaged during the season finale of The Bachelorette and are now happily married. All right, we are halfway through and moving right along. So next one, who got engaged on the first season of Bachelor in Paradise? Was it A, Michelle Money and Cody Sattler, B, Sarah Heron and Robert Graham, C, Lacey Fafel and Marcus Grod, or D, Claire Crowley and Chris Bukowski? Who got engaged on the first season of Bachelor in Paradise? Well, the correct answer is C, Lacey and Marcus. Now, the two got engaged on the season finale of Bachelor in Paradise and later tied the knot on season 2 of the show. However, they split less than a year later. All right, next question. Which Bachelor took his contestants to the Museum of Broken Relationships? Was it A, Colton Underwood, B, Nick Viall, C, Ben Higgins, or D, Jason Mesnick? Which Bachelor took his contestants to the Museum of Broken Relationships? Well, that answer is B, Nick Viall. He took his contestants to the Museum of Broken Relationships and even contributed something to the museum, his engagement ring that he picked out for Caitlyn. All right, just a few more left. Next up, who said this to Chris Harrison? F you, dude. Go drink your mimosas. Was it A, Chad Johnson, B, Luke Parker, C, Jordan Kimball, or D, Juan Pablo? Who said this to Chris Harrison? fuck you, dude, go drink your mimosas. Of course, the correct answer is A, Chad Johnson. He famously told off Chris before he exited season 3 of Bachelor in Paradise. Okay, we are nearing the end, and next up, who was Jake Pavelka's former fiance? Was it A, Tenley Malzahn, B, Ali Fedotowsky, C, Vienna Girardi, or D, Gia Elmend? Who was Jake Pavelka's former fiance? Well, the correct answer is, of course, C, Vienna. The two had one of the most dramatic interview breakups of all time, which had Vienna leaving in tears. And finally, our last question is, who was left on an island in the Bahamas after getting eliminated during their 2-on-1 date? Was it A, Amanda Stanton, B, Olivia Caridi, C, Becca Tilley, or D, Lace Morris? Who was left on an island in the Bahamas after getting eliminated during their 2-on-1 date? Well, the correct answer is B, Olivia, who may have had to swim back home after she was eliminated while on a 2-on-1 date with Emily Ferguson. Alright, well that is it for week 4 of Bachelor Trivia. Please let us know how you did in the comments below. Keep subscribing, and we will see you guys next week.